Hello and welcome to the Irish in the UK. And a big thank you to Henry McGlade for his show for the last half hour. Now, coming up on the show this week, we're at Kylie's brand new Irish bar in the centre of Manchester for the launch night. We'll also be catching up with the Leeds Irish Health and Homes, and we'll be speaking to the Minister for Foreign Affairs and the Diaspora, Mr. Kieran Cannon TD. We'll also be at Our Lady's Parish Centre in Stockport to say goodbye to Father Munro. His parishioners and many of his friends turned out to say goodbye to him for his farewell party before he left for a new parish. So we hope you'll sit back and enjoy the show. Now, first up, we're off to Kylie's Irish Bar in the centre of Manchester for the launch night.
Welcome to Kylie's Irish Bar here in the heart of Manchester. We're just doing our launch tonight, brand new bar. We're excited about this. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of faces tonight, and hopefully that a lot of Manchester come down and have a look and check me out.
Well, you're in a wonderful location here now. Give us an idea for our viewers at home where you are situated.
So I'm just off Peter Street here in the city centre of Manchester at the back of the Radisson Hotel, the old number 1 Watson Street. So in the heart of everything, tram line behind me, bus lines coming in, 2-minute walk from Deansgate, and you know, the infamous Albert Schloss across the road. So you know, you want a good night, come to Kylie's. We've got everything in this location.
Pat, of course, you're here from Ireland to support your son tonight.
That's correct, Jess. We came over last night and we had to do a lot of work getting the pub ready for today, and I think it's an excellent location, and I think himself and Charlotte will make a good go of this, and they have the ability to do this, and he already has a pub in Ireland which he has started from scratch as well in Waterford City, and I have to say he's my own son. I suppose we're all sort of praise our own, but I have to say I praise him, and he's excellent. And Charlotte has been wonderful by using all the network with Facebook and promoting the pub in the area, and I'm very proud of both of them.
Yes, and they're a wonderful team together. They work well together, and you know, it just goes to show what a lovely, lovely location they've got here in the centre of Manchester.
Oh, it's a fantastic location. I mean, you normally you go to Irish pubs and you usually find them in the back street, whereas this location is absolutely fantastic. I mean, you won't get the like of this anywhere else, and I'm delighted that he picked out this himself, and he decided himself on this position, and he's very happy to have got it, and I know myself that both of them will work it hard.
Absolutely. Now, Gary, of course, your daughter Charlotte, she's the other half of the team. She's working very, very hard here behind the scenes. You must be really proud of her.
I'm really proud of Charlotte, but I called Pat over the weekend discreetly and said to him, listen, you should tip your hat to your son, because what he's done here is come to a different country. He didn't know anybody apart from Charlotte and her family. He's not only set up a bar, a business, he gutted the whole thing. So he had to find a business, he had to find builders, he had to find everything from square one. Of course, he got a little bit of help, but trust me, I've been in business for many years and I feel successfully as Pat has, but I tip my hat to him. He's done something I could never do. You know, the launch is this evening. It's been open a couple of weeks before. People are finding it. I mean, the Manchester Evening News, I'll give credit to Diane Bourne, who was the Manchester Evening News, credit to her. She gave a great spread. She did a great report, not only in the newspaper, but online. And also, you know, when you think this is the first Irish pub open in Manchester in 13 years, it will be the best pub in Irish pub in Manchester without a question. I can fill it, there's no two ways about it, but I won't need to fill it because this will be bombed out. There's no two ways about it. I've no doubt. Listen, I've seen it. I've seen this town grow, and Kylie's will grow with this town.
Pat, of course, you're over with all your family. How long are you here for?
We're here on Saturday. We've been over here a few times. Okay, we came to see this place back in early in the year when Andrew decided this is what he wanted to take the place. I mean, if you saw the before and after, it's completely, you wouldn't recognise the place now from the previous position that it was in. And we all come over to support him. and give them a good start. And I've been in business in 30 years in Waterford City, and plenty of experience, and I give them plenty of advice.
Sammy, it's great to see you back here in the heart of Manchester.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, we're down for a good cause as well. You know, they opened the Kaylee's bar. Hope everything goes well. We know a lot of people in there, Gary Owen and IHA Hartford, Tommy Booth and all there, and my pal Ashley, so we're all having a good time.
Yeah. And of course all these players are people that you played against around your career time.
Yeah, there's a few of them in there kicked me as well a few times, you know, especially IHA Hartford. But it's good, it's reminiscing and all, and there's a good crowd in there, most of them I think from the north and south of Ireland.
Yeah, and of course, look, I don't know about them kicking you, because when you were in your heyday, I'll tell you what, it needed somebody very fast to kick you.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, you can't say that to Asa. He wasn't very quick, Asa, but he was a good little football player, and Tommy Booth as well. You know, so it's good to reminisce against with the old players and the old days. It's very good.
Yeah. And Ashley, you had a great relationship with the United supporters. They had a great song, "Sing Your Name" out there at Old Trafford, 70,000 people.
Yeah, it was great. Great memories. Always those days always come back to when you're sitting in the house and you're watching the football. Nowadays, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more comfortable for them than it used to be, because physically it was a big demanding game, you know. But it's great now from the lad. They're getting through it quite easy now.
How do you see football going now in the future? Because obviously we've seen it come through the 60s and 70s, and the transfer fees keep going up all the time, and we all think, when is it going to end?
Well, I don't think there's going to be an end to it. It seems to be going crazy. It's out of hand, really. But you know, some of the money that's going through, I just wish I was on the end of some of it, you know.
So what are you up to in your life at the moment, Sammy?
The same as Ashley, doing a bit of media work and hospitality at United and also MUTV. That keeps you involved, and it's very interesting, and I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, of course, it's great to be involved with MUTV.
Oh, absolutely.
And you can keep involved with the fans as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's good. As you say, it keeps you involved. You hear all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and we enjoy doing the weekends, going round to the suites and talking to the supporters. It's very entertaining.
Now tell me what you're planning music-wise and event-wise down. I know it's only your opening night tonight, but I'm sure you'll have plans.
Opening night tonight, yeah. So live music is going to happen here every Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So on a Friday we have a two-piece duo that will play a residency here called Crossroads. So they start every Friday from 9:30 p.m. Saturday we change our music depending on what's going on. So we'll have young bands, old bands, different bands, not Irish sometimes, so just to fit in with what we feel is right. And on Sunday we're doing something very special here in Manchester City, which is a traditional Irish session. A lady called Grace Kelly will come in, she'll play with her friends, and it's a session from 5 to 7 p.m, 2 hours. Great crack, something different. You know, people in Manchester I'm sure will love it, and Irish people, it's something that you remember when you were growing up at home.
Hi Michael Murphy, Dad. This is Kat Murphy at Kylie's Irish Bar in Manchester. We're having a great time at their launch party, and we wish you were here. Enjoy watching the channel.
Asa, great to see you here tonight at Kylie's Bar.
Yeah, it's good. You know, I hope it goes well for Gary, Andrew and Charlotte. Get yourself down. It's a great venue, live music.
Tommy, how often do you guys meet up?
Mostly when sit here at home, or Asa rings me up sometimes in the week and says, do you fancy a night out in Manchester? And I always say yes.
No, well, it's nice for you all to keep together, isn't it? And keep, you know, the communication and friendship that you had on the field, off the field.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, we played years ago, we won a few trophies, and we still get back together. And every time we get back together, there's always new stories.
Yeah. Now, listen, are you going to make Kylie's a regular spot for you guys when you come into Manchester?
Well, I live in Blackburn, but I come in every couple of weeks, so I will do. Yeah. It's a nice bar.
Manchester City is playing great football at the moment. Can they keep it up for the rest of the season?
Well, that's the secret. You know, I think everyone seems to think it's between Man City and Man United, you know, for the title. and I suppose looking at it, it probably is. We started like this last season and then sort of fell away, had a bad patch, but who knows?
Now, is this your first venture into the bar business?
My first one in Manchester. Back home, I'm from Waterford originally, so I still have a place back home, which is absolutely doing well. So, I mean, if people are going to Waterford as well, they'll hear of my name, Kylie, over there. So, I'm bringing a touch of that here. Obviously, it's a bigger venture here, but I'm thrilled with it so far, and we're on the right road.
And of course, you're in a lovely spot as well for people to sit outside and have drinks as well as inside.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough there to have a nice beer garden out the front for anyone that likes a bit of people watching to pass the day, have a cup of coffee, have a Coke, have an alcohol beverage, whatever you want to do. But it's nice to watch people go by here and catch the fast pace of Manchester.
Now, you're expecting a big night tonight here, but of course you're open to the public every night as from now onwards.
That's right. So tonight obviously is a launch, so we're expecting about 180 people here tonight. Capacity here is 220. We do private functions and stuff like that here as well. So, make sure to give us a call if you have any party requirements and stuff. We're starting food here next month, which is something different that Manchester hasn't seen before, which will be a case of Irish tapas. So we'll put a little bit of home-cooked Irish food along with some English food, and we'll make some small Irish portions as well to quench the thirst, let's say.
Well, I raise my glass to wish Andrew and all the staff at Kylie's the very best of luck with their new venture. Now, we're off for a quick break. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Irish in the UK. Now, we're here every Thursday evening at 7 o'clock with Henry McGlade for the Irish at home and abroad, and I'm back at 7:30 with the Irish in the UK. Now, we're off to catch up and find out a little bit more about the Leeds Irish Health and Homes.
Well, today, Leeds Irish Health and Homes are extremely proud to welcome Kieran Cannon to Leeds and to say, we'd like him to see what we do. Leeds Irish Health and Homes is a fantastic charity. I've worked for nearly 4 years. And so clients, volunteers, staff, board members are all here today to welcome the Minister and his party. We're very excited to meet him. We met obviously with Dan Mulhall and now he's gone to America. So we're excited to welcome the Galway man, Kieran Cannon, today to here in Leeds, yes.
And of course, Leeds Irish Health and Homes, they're the foundation of the Irish community here in Leeds. You do a lot of work to help people out.
Yes, we do. The work we do is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. We actually help everybody from housing. So the Irish in Leeds, there's around 7,000 Irish people in Leeds over the age of 55. They've got various different needs and some have no needs at all, but the ones that do need us, we're here for. So we do things like housing, we support them with pension advice, going back to Ireland, to relocate back to Ireland, down to things like social isolation. It's extremely important to get out of the house for your health reasons. So people that have maybe lost a partner, they're bereaved, they're all of a sudden on their own, they find themselves with 4 walls and a television. We try and change that by getting them out of the house, so we arrange things like tea dances, ceilidhs, we have a Monday and Friday lunch group. We have a men's group, which is fantastic, which is similar to the Men in Sheds group, where men from all over Ireland come and meet and play cards. And I think that's really important for them to get out, because I think men can sometimes hide themselves away, so it's a great group for that. We have walking groups that are fantastic for people that want to get out in the fresh air and have a bit of a healthy life but not go off on their own, be able to be with a group, and it's a social occasion. So much that we do, laughter, song, dancing, well, that's what the Irish is all about, and I think that's what we do really well here at Leeds Irish. The clients, they're a talented bunch, they put me to shame. The lady that was singing earlier, Alice, is a fantastic singer. She's not sung in years. So for her to get up today and sing and do such a great job of it. So proud of her. But it's a great opportunity for her to get back singing, because of course all the places that the Leeds Irish that came here in the 50s and 60s, all those places would be shut down now. So it's wonderful to see that they can now have a forum to sing and dance and socialise and enjoy what's good about being Irish.
So blue, I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted.
So Leeds Irish Health and Homes was established in 1996. The Leeds Irish Health and Homes was originally formed by a steering group of concerned people about what was happening to the community. They saw more people being homeless, people who were going through the mental health system, people generally not in a very good way, and wanted to do something about that. So in 1996 they got some funding from the local authority, and I was employed at that point to be a project development manager, and we established some housing, some supported housing, and then we started to develop outreach services to meet the needs of the community that we were seeing.
And you can see here today that there's so many people like together enjoying themselves. It's somewhere for them to come, it's somewhere to get them out of the houses and to get support from each other.
It's a wonderful place, is the Montague Burton Resource Centre, and it's a wonderful event that's happened today. You know, the staff have brought service users across all of our services together, and as you'll see, as you've probably seen today, they have a great time, you know, just meeting each other, people who probably were friends years ago and haven't seen each other for a while, and that's the fantastic thing, is that we start to be able to link people back into the community again.
Leeds Irish Health and Home is a fantastic facility supporting the Irish community here in Leeds, and we saw an example today of how closely knit that community is, and celebrating what it means to be Irish, our music, our culture, our literature, and an opportunity for the people who feel part of the Irish community in Leeds to come together and celebrate that and just meet one another. It's important that you have places like this that people can come together and support one another through difficult times, through tough times, and also celebrate all the important things in life as well.
And of course, with the communities here in England, which you'll find out now as Minister of the Diaspora, there's a lot of great work goes on throughout the country.
I'm learning that as we go along, Martin. I'm in this job now almost 3 months, and my first visit was to London the day after I was appointed. We met Ambassador Dan Mulhall, as he was at the time. He's now in Washington. And also the leaders of the Irish community in London, the people who work in places like this, to hear of the work that they do. And it was my first, I suppose, interaction with those people. So I'm here in Leeds now today, and I intend visiting Manchester, all of the other, Liverpool, the large Irish populations in this country, to see exactly, first of all, what's going on in terms of how can we support work like this to make sure that it's successful and that it continues to support the Irish community across the whole of the UK.
Now, I know you're a big supporter of charities, and I know that you're dedicated to one special charity, and I know you put a lot of work into it every year. Tell me about it.
You have your research done, Martin, so you have. I was once the CEO of a charity called the Irish Pilgrimage Trust, which actually has a sister organisation here in the UK called the Pilgrimage Trust. And what we do is we are an all-Ireland organisation, so we operate in the 32 counties, and we bring young children and teenagers with special needs on holidays, primarily to Lourdes every Easter. We have about 500 children coming from Ireland, and they're joined by about another 2,500 young people from the UK, and we all head off to Lourdes every Easter.
Well done to the Leeds Irish Health and Homes for the wonderful work they do for the Irish community in Leeds. Now, next up, we're off to Our Lady's Parish Centre in Stockport for Father Monroe's farewell party. Maureen, how much will Father Pat be missed here in the parish?
It's immeasurable. You cannot measure it. He was so loved and had that great warmth and got us all together, and a special person.
Now, that's absolutely a tribute to him tonight, with the amount of people that's turned out to say goodbye to him.
It certainly was, and a lot more people would have been here for various reasons. They couldn't, but it tells you a lot about the man, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now, he was very emotional when he was giving a speech there and talking about all the people in the parish and everything. absolutely everybody meant so much to him.
Oh, yeah, he's so genuine. He is so genuine. You know, what he says is what he's really meaning, and well, you can't get any better than that, can you?
No. And of course, it's a great lively parish you've got here.
Yeah, we try to be. We're great. Yeah, some of us may be getting on a bit, but there's life in the old dog yet, as the song goes. Yeah.
And then you've got a good music group as well.
Yes, yeah. It is good. I've got to say it isn't my type of music, but it's good, and I think they did really good justice to the Irish Blessing.
And then I saw her face.
It's absolutely amazing. As I said at Mass, I was overwhelmed by people's kindness and generosity, and I've really enjoyed my 5 years here, and it's very much like being part of a family. So it's really good to come back and see them tonight.
Now, I can tell by the amount of people that's turned out here tonight that you had a great relationship with the young and the old, all the children, everybody in the parish.
I suppose it really is. As I said, that comes from being from Mayo and being part of a family, and we're a family in the west of Ireland is very important, where young and old and everybody is important. So I've always tried to instill that in parish life wherever I've been. It's creating a sense of family. So tonight was a really great expression of all of that.
And of course, this parish means a little bit more to you, I suppose, in many ways, because it was in this parish that you celebrated 40 years in the priesthood about 3 years ago.
In fact, it was 1975, the 7th of June, which was the anniversary of my ordination. So I couldn't have thought of a more beautiful place than Our Lady's to celebrate that. It's a lovely church. Lots of family came from Ireland, a lot of family that live in England. And over the years, I've always been doing family things, weddings, baptisms, funerals. So on this occasion, they all came to see me here. And it was great. There were people from other parishes.
Well, I always treasure the years we spent together, Father. We've had a great friendship down our lives together. We went different ways, but we still got a great friendship. And it's great for the two of us here to be together today.
We spent some years going to school together there in Cong. And I suppose the thing that links us together, as it links lots of people, is friendship. And that is one of the greatest gifts of all.
Now, Father, tell us where you're going to for your new parish.
I'm going to a place called St. Hugh of Lincoln. It's in Timperley, part of Trafford. It's another parish. It's a large parish with a lot of younger families. So there's another challenge to rise to there, and I just hope I have the energy and the stamina to be able to do it.
What a great turnout for Father Munro's farewell party, a priest that's been loved and adored in his parish. Now, you never know what you're going to get through the post. Yesterday, I received this lovely mug, all the way from Kevin Griffiths in County Mayo. Thank you, Kevin. I'll make good use of it with a nice mug of tea. Now, don't forget, we're back next Thursday evening at 7 o'clock. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. Until then, take care of yourselves, and thank you for watching.